Hello everyone, we are Wartilyo and we're going to do something a little different today than what we usually do. We did a tier list before, but mostly for armies on what they do and what their tier list is in our point of view. But today we're going to do something different. We're going to do a tier list today, and it's going to be different because we're going to talk about the book covers with the new Flesh Eater Courts book cover coming out. So all of the armies now have their third edition book covers. So that's what we'll be covering today. My name is Patrick. It's not the usual person doing the video today. Usually it's Lance, but now it's gonna be me, Patrick. I'm the one who usually edits the video. And with me today is our dear friend and fellow Wartilyo member, a great artist who does most of the art for Wartilyo, Olie. Olie, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Olie.
Great.
Yeah, that's it.
Great. That's great, Olie. Olie is the one who makes most of the art. He's the one who does for our GTs. He's the one who makes the art for it. For our some of our latest thumbnail for Battle Report, he's the one who did that as well as a lot more things. And he'll be joining us today to basically rate the book covers on what they look like, if it's something that we like, if it's something that sparks us joy. And yeah, so today we're going to have a book tier review, and we will be talking about each book of the third edition books that each of the armies in Warhammer Age of Sigmar can give, and we're going to do a tier list. So Olie, would you like to describe how we're going to score each one?
Okay. As for me, I just want to say at the start that this is mainly a very silly tier list. It's by no means trashing any artist who did this, but it's just something for fun that we thought of. First off, S tier will be something that I'll outright buy a print of. A tier is something like it sparks joy when I see it. B tier, it's like it's okay, or for artworks that have been repeated from the previous editions. C tier is like below average, but it's okay. It's not offending anybody. D tier is something that I don't like, or we don't like.
Yeah.
And E tier would be something that should be burned for the sake of humanity.
Not see the light of day. No, just kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's better used as charcoal.
Oh no. No, we don't mean that.
It's okay.
But
I said the disclaimer, it's fine.
yeah, right. We're safe now. Everything we say is
We're safe.
Alright, so would you like to start, or would you like me to pick first the army that we're
Go ahead and pick first.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with Ogre Bot Tribes first. Mainly because this is an army that I main. Not completely biased at all, even though I have a lot of models for this army. So yeah, what do you think about Ogre Bot Tribes? Where do you think should we place it?
As a player, it should be burnt. Because I don't like this army playing against it, but as a cover, it's actually really good. I would put it at something like A tier. It's pretty good for me because I'm not biased compared to Patrick, but the cover is pretty good. It's very dynamic. It's not doesn't use too much what do you call this, oversaturated lights and colors, which is pretty appropriate for a destruction army. And yeah, it has a lot of what's the term, personality. There it is. Has a lot of personality.
Yeah, it really shows the size of the ogres have, especially in the book cover, where you can see it. Obviously, the one in the center is the tyrant. He's the biggest one in the entire book, and then you can see his size in proportion to some of the units. I believe these are Khorne Blood Reavers, I think, or somewhere in the Khorne related unit, and you can just see the massive size of the ogres compared to these guys. These are basically human size, and the ogres are basically almost like twice or triple the size of these models, and it's kind of crazy. And yeah,
They're chonky, extra chonky.
Yeah,
I like them.
There's so much like these huge dad bod vibes. And yeah, uh, I
I
really like
just
it.
I just wanna say as well that as an army playing against it, it should be an F. Just saying.
We're not talking about the army. We're talking about the cover only. We don't need
No, no,
to.
yeah, but I just want to say it so that people would know my own bias against this army.
Fine. But yeah, I do agree. I really like it. Uh, I think personally, I kind of want it to be an A, and I believe you feel that as well, right? You think it's
Yeah, it's A for me.
yeah, it's A for me as well. So, and then we can just adjust in case there's more options along the line, or if we want to move it up or down the tier list. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
because we're not consistent.
we're
All
not
right.
all right. Our word is not law. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah,
Should I pick next?
now you can pick next. Which one do you
I'm
want?
gonna pick Stormcast Eternals.
Wow, this is not your bias.
Because for me, I'm not I don't like the army, but I love the cover. The cover is amazing to me. It perfectly encapsulates the Stormcast vibe along with the colors, and it's super dynamic. And there's a random, I think that's a chaos guy that he's fighting, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so good. Like the composition is solid, the colors are so well done, and it's an S tier for me. I'm gonna put it on my wall if I ever find this.
I kind of agree. Especially it's an annihilator. It just shows the power it has, especially with lightning coming out. The colors, I really enjoy. I do agree. I enjoy the colors with the mix of blue and reds. From the
Yeah,
background.
super complementary colors.
Yeah.
Really good.
And it really shows the other models are very dark, and then you see it. It's very very bright. It's literally when you look at the picture, your eyes directly go to just the model itself. It's very
Yeah,
attractive.
very nice, very nice.
Yeah. So
Also, Patrick is biased on the Annihilator model. Just
I
saying.
love Annihilator. So
I'm
good.
not. I just feel like the artwork.
So far, so good. We agree on everything that we see the tier list
So
so
far,
far.
we're picking the easy ones. We're gonna have some contradictions later for
Yeah,
sure.
that's fair. All right. So
Mm.
next, so it's my turn next. I'm going to
Yeah.
let's go with something a little more. We have something we haven't really played with much. Let's go with Seraphon. What do you think of the Seraphon cover?
Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me pull that up on my side. The Seraphon cover, as an artwork,
Yeah.
not as a cover. It's pretty good. I like it.
Mhm.
It has very clean lighting, very good composition. As a cover for the Seraphon, I kind of don't like it because it doesn't showcase the faction as a whole. It just shows there's a Saurus rider, right?
I think
It's
it's an Agrodon answer. I think. Or
it's an Agrodon Lancer.
I think.
It's it just showcases one unit, and it's just that guy going, "Oh, I'm gonna hit something," and it's not. There's, I don't know. It's just lacking. The composition is lacking for me. They could have added something on the foreground that he could be hitting. They could have changed the angle to showcase more characters on the back. I don't know. For me, it's a C tier for me.
This is C tier. It does have
As a
bit
cover.
of models at the back. You have the what do you call that? These what do you call that? What do you call that caster at the back?
Slan?
Yeah, this is Slan, Star Master at the back. Almost like a silhouette. It's almost hard to see. The artwork does feel like I think it's a bit detailed, but it kind of reminds me of one of those like old books where you get as a kid where they draw dinosaurs, and I do get that kind of vibe to it when I look at it, especially with the way the skin is painted for the mount itself.
Yeah.
It does have
I think the real problem for me is not the detailing, it's just the composition. It's lacking the storytelling vibe of it because for me,
Yeah.
if I think about it, why is he raising his arms for? The guy is already dead. Yeah, that's my main problem to it.
it looks like it's about to swing, but there's no one there to hit it.
Yeah, there's no one there to hit it. He's just like, yeah, I can lift this sword.
Yeah.
It's a big problem for me.
Yeah. So far, a lot of Chaos units are the ones being smacked on by a lot of these book covers. I think the one below is a corn model. And yeah.
Maybe the idea is he struck him too hard. He didn't even need to strike him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wants to double tap it.
He wants to double tap it. He can't even reach that far.
Yeah.
Silly lizard.
Yeah, but I do kind of have a little bit of an issue with what I think the issue I have with the rider is that I think it's kind of a little too bright for me.
Mhm.
It's shining way too much compared to the ones like the undertones and the mount itself. It seems a bit too bright for me. So that's something that kind of hurts
For me,
Yeah.
I would welcome the brightness because that if I'm gonna paint a Seraphon army, I'm gonna make it as bright as fuck, like really Amazonian lizard kind of vibes, like those kinds, because they're lizards. Might as well go full bore with it rather than just basic blue or something. So like I'm fine with the brightness, but I think they could have pushed more with the brightness for me.
Made it brighter.
Like add feather. Yeah. That's the kind of I think that would push really the lizard vibes for the Seraphon.
Yeah.
If they really put the like the lizard patterns, like sudden yellows, sudden oranges,
It's a
something
lot
like
more
that.
detail compared to like a regular just one tone skin type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the brightness. I just don't like the comp. The composition is just like do you see the lightnings
Yeah, I see the light.
on the it feels forced because these guys are not wizards, right? Where's the lightning coming from? It feels like the art director or the artist just went like, just put lightning there to push the composition more, and it's like, it feels weak for me. For me, it feels weak.
Okay. Well, there's just Lan at the back, so maybe he's the one casting. But yeah.
Casting lightning on his friend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, but it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Where would you tier this, Patrick?
Yeah, I would put it at C as well. I want to save the other ones for some of the things we have here that I can see that does not spark joy. So the Seraphon will go to C. Yeah, we'll put it C.
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
All right.
Right. So, right, next up, we're going to talk about. Let's talk about Fire Slayers. Fire Slayers.
This is a repeat, right?
Yeah, it's
a repeat cover.
I think it's the same cover as the one from second edition, and they just added the red bar above the book just to signify it's a new tome instead of like compared to the one in second edition.
I see. They could have commissioned me.
So yeah, well, what I think about it is it's okay. I kind of like that the one is very front and center, but I kind of have an issue with the way the dude's stature is, and then the way that he looks towards the what do you call this, the viewer. It's very what do you call this? Is very. He doesn't have any anger in his face. He doesn't have a lot of emotion in his face, and it's not something that I really find good. I do like the magma cloth at the back and the what do you call that? The Rune Father at the back. It looks really intimidating. Looks really cool, even though it's just a silhouette and a bit faded. I do like what it looks like, but the guy in front just doesn't have a lot of emotion for me to get excited about the way that he looks.
I see. I would actually agree. Like the composition is actually, the pose is strong. It really shows off that dwarven resilience kind of feel with the pose.
Yeah.
But then when I look at the face, it's like he's just bored.
He's just staring blankly like at a TV.
He's just staring
He's having
blankly.
a staring contest with it.
I would prefer he would have like doing a battle
Battle cry, yeah,
cry or
screaming,
like
right? Yeah.
yeah, or like snarling at the viewer. Like, well, no, but he's just there.
Yeah.
He's just happy to be there, showing off his axe. He's like, oh, look, my axe is on fire. Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. But the pose is good.
Yeah. I do like the
Yeah,
tattoos. At least compared to the lizard one, this one has a lot more colors in the skin with the
true.
tattoos. It has this fire type of effect. You can see the weapons even has the magma effect coming from the center of the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, the only problem I have with this one is his face.
Yeah.
They could have made it more angry or something that shows more like what's the term, like determined look,
Yeah.
like or a look of
Anger.
like like silent ferocity.
Yeah.
Silent ferocity.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have it. He just looks bored.
He does get kind of like when you take a passport picture or something, and then or you can't smile, but you just have to look at the camera, and then he does that kind of look.
That is true. Like the guys at the back seems like they're having a great time.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I have to stay here for my picture. Okay, I'm gonna
Pose.
He's doing a pose. He looks like an amateur model. There it is. There we go.
Oh.
He doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to project his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm putting it what?
All right. For me, I do like the art style compared to the others, especially Seraphon. So I kind of want to put it at B, just because I like the art style. I just don't like the way it looks.
I agree with B. The composition is a lot more stronger on this one. So, but it's just that the look is meh.
Yeah.
And it's a repeat artwork too, so I'm putting it on B.
That's fair. Though there are some repeat artworks here that I kind of like compared to the Fire Slayers one. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we should do next?
Let me see. Let's go Morathi.
Oh.
Daughters of Cain.
Daughters of Cain.
This is also a repeat artwork, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not?
No. I believe the other one was a different artwork. Let me check.
Oh, it isn't. True, this is a new one. Okay.
Yeah, the old one was a Sisters of Slaughter, I think. It was a snake lady. Now it's Morathi herself.
I'm actually gonna put it at S tier. This is,
No.
This is really good. It showcases one of my main criteria. Actually, my main thing for me for judging the cover is if it encapsulates or reflects the army itself properly. And I think this one is perfect because it's showcasing Morathi Cain. Or no, is this the Shadow Queen, right?
No. Shadow Queen is the snake. Morathi is.
Shadow Queen. This is Morathi Cain.
Yeah.
It's showcasing Morathi Cain. It's showcasing the slaughter happening at the back, and it's showcasing the other daughters of Cain waiting for the slaughter. It's perfect. The composition is also solid with light blue as color as main light and with rim light of red to further push the blood things on it.
Yeah.
And Morathi Cain just reveling in the moment. I fucking love it actually.
It's really nice. He does have a very commanding pose. It's very intimidating and it's very dominating. The way there's no camera. The way it's lined with the main character in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has a very.
It's such a power pose like that.
Yeah.
And they showcase everything really well. You can even see the Shadow Queen at the back.
No, that's not a Shadow Queen. It's a.
That's not her?
No.
Okay.
I think that's just one of the sisters of Slaughter.
Then again, I still love that there's a bunch of slaughter happening at the back.
Yeah. It's really nice. There's a lot of.
It's perfect for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's S for me. What do you think?
I hate that we agree on everything, Olie, so far. It's not good.
Oh.
We're
gonna have some problems soon. For sure.
Which one would you put above the other? Stormcast or Daughters of Cain?
I'm gonna put it at the same tier. I would buy this if
No, I
if I
mean,
had a
which one?
chance.
Which one do you think is better? Stormcast
Oh,
or?
Stormcast. It's just because of the color comp. The color comp of Stormcast is perfect.
Do I want?
How about you?
That's a very good pose. So let's put it below Stormcast first for now. We'll check. We'll
Mhm.
see what we see later. I do still like Stormcast, but I don't know, something about the dominating presence is just really good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
True,
So
true.
yeah, S tier for Daughters of Cain. Whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
It's yours.
Damn it!
Take
It's
your
my
pick.
turn. Let's pick something bad. All right.
We haven't picked the bad ones
Oh
yet,
no,
so.
no, no. We haven't agreed. We haven't disagreed on anything. I need something we disagree on. All right. Let's
No,
go
okay.
with. Let's go with. Let's go with. Let's go with Nighthawk. Let's go with Nighthawk.
Nikon. Okay.
So
What do you think about this, Patrick?
personally, I really like the colors. I know they're spirits, and I think this is the usual color scheme you see them in, but the way it has that what do you call this, spirit type of vibe to it. Kind of reminds me of the one in Lord of the Rings where uh, Aragorn met one of the dead people over there. It does have that
In the
kind of color
mountain?
scheme. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It has. I really like the colors. The unit at the center. I think that's a. I don't think that's a blade, guys. I forgot what unit that is. Pero it has.
Chain rasp?
Is it chain rasp?
It has chains.
You're right. Could.
I'm not that well versed in Night Hunt. I know Chain Rasp has a lot of chains, so that's what I'm going
Oh,
for.
you're right. It could be. I think it is. I think you're right. The chain for a dead giveaway. Or yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like the way. I like the art style. I like the direction they went with this one in terms of the colors and the what do you call this, the work that they did to it.
Mhm.
I think it's close to what I um, feel about Stormcast, but it doesn't have that same effect that the Stormcast one gives off. There's not a lot of action. It's a lot of preparation at the back, people being ready to charge, but something about it looks really. It gives off a really scary death vibe, I guess.
Mhm.
What do you think?
All right. I had the feeling I'm weirded out that the comp is good, the composition is solid, but I'm weirded out that they choose a chain rasp as the front and center of the cover, and then I realize it's a repeat artwork.
Is it?
So it is. So it's already like a minus in my books because if I think of Night Hunt, especially for third edition, I wouldn't think Chain Rasp. I would think like the Blade Geist, right? The Blade Geist Revenants.
I guess yeah.
If so like the artwork is solid, but I would have preferred it was if it was something else. Even have like one of the newer models as the ones front and center instead of this guy, because Age of Sigmar, especially Night Hunt, has already like progressed for in terms of story, and they have a lot of newer people now or newer ghosts. I would have loved if this one is Olinder or Aulrak,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, or the was it who's the king? The Craven King?
Oh, I forgot his name. It was
Kurdos.
Kurdos. Yeah, Kurdos.
Kurdos. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have preferred it was one of those heroes, or like the Blade Geist Revenant, which showcase how I just have trauma fighting against those Blade Guys. So, but it would have been really cool if they showcase one of those leaders instead.
I think
So yeah,
I think the
I'm-
Blade Gas are the ones in front. Are they not?
Hmm?
I think the Blade Gas are the ones below the Chain Rasp.
Yeah, like behind, right?
In front.
No, blade guys have like, well, have mask, I think. Yeah, they do have some sort of mask.
These guys are just skeleton faces. Okay.
Mm.
Right. They do.
So
That makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
so I don't like them. I would have preferred, but the comp is good. But I prefer the push. A push for something cooler. So I'm gonna put it at
Alright.
B.
Yeah, first
Plus,
I kind of want to put it
it's
at
a
A
repeater.
just because I think I do feel I kind of have a bias of the way the second edition, some of the second edition books look over the third edition ones. I think the
Mhm.
newer ones are a bit more cleaner. The other ones for second edition is a lot more, what do you call it? Parang, it's a bit more grim, but a bit more messy type of effect.
True. Then again, like Stormcast and Morati
Uh,
were new artwork, and they still have that dirty feel to it.
that's true.
More pastel like to it. So it's not all of the new covers
Is that
are
not is
clean.
Stormcast not the same cover as the one before
What?
in second edition? Is it not
What?
the same? Oh, it is.
What
It
is?
is not the same. Okay, that is different. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, it's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stormcast. They always make new Stormcast, man. It's their front and center poster boys.
That's true. But I do kind of get a vibe that it's the same artist or same art direction that I kind of liked with
Yeah.
the Stormcast one. So like, yes, again. Well, do you want to put it above or below Fire Scales?
I'm putting it. I'm putting it above Fire Slayers for sure.
Okay, at least upper B, more like upper B. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So what's your next?
I get to choose now.
You get to choose.
Okay. Where's that? We're gonna pick something that is in contention. Skaven.
Oh, Skaven. Alright.
Skaven.
What do you think?
I don't like it. I don't
What? Is it because it's a repeat book or it's because
No, judging from it that it's judging it without the knowledge that it's a repeat. I don't like it. It just showcases a rat. It's just a rat. It's just one rat. Is it a Gracier? Is that a Gracier?
yes, I think
Is
it's
it?
yes, I think it's a Grace here.
It's just a Gracier standing on
A Screaming Bell.
a screaming bell.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just snarling. That's it. So I don't know. For me, it's a cool artwork. It's an interesting perspective, but it doesn't encapsulate the Skaven for me. I would have loved to showcase their chaos, their Skaven things. Like it's a swarm of a bunch of rats. Like,
there's some rats at the bottom.
yeah, there's rats at the bottom, but it's not. It's more of no. It's more of like used as a background for the Gracier, rather than as part of as a whole.
Instead of a unit.
What was that? There was a box before that showcases Skaven that I think it feels more. It was Echoes of Doom.
Oh, the book cover.
It has the box cover because it showcasing the rats sort of swarming the Sylvaneth. So like I would have loved something in that energy. They're swarming bigger than them because I think that encapsulates Skaven stuff. Yeah. In the Echoes of Doom box, it's Lady of Vines against a bunch of rats, and she's just trying to survive. This one is just like it's I guess in a 10,000 IQ way, it encapsulates Skaven. Like this is the guy who killed a lot of other Skaven lords to get to the pictorial. I don't know.
Yeah,
But for me, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I kind of like it. The reason why I like it is because I just really like the composition. It has a very dynamic pose. If you know what the Screaming Bell looks like, it's literally just a bell, and then the way it's looking, is that it's swinging and it's hanging on, so it has that movement type of effect. You can see the rat ogres at the back trying to ring the bell, and then yeah, you see dead faces at the back. You can see some of the, though although a bit not as detailed as the one in the front of the cover. You can see some of the other Skaven models at the back, and I really like just the details it has. You can see, dude, you can see the veins on those arms. Yeah, this dude works out. This guy has a 4-up save.
I don't know, bro. That doesn't look like it, dude. I work out. It's more of like, hi, I'm malnourished kind of vein.
Damn it.
Yeah, malnourished people can get that vein too, bro.
Malnourished feed me type of.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. The comp is good. It's just it doesn't. For me, it's not. It's not the best representation of an artwork for Skaven.
Mm.
Like I imagine like my best representation for Skaven on any media would be Vermintide. Like I want to get that energy of Swarm on that one, rather than like, hi, I'm a Grey Seer. that this is what Discovery gives me. Hi, I am a Grey Seer. I'm on a bell.
I'm on a bell like a badass.
No, like an idiot. I'm sorry.
No. Fine.
But yeah.
Right. Where do you think?
It's D for me.
Fuck. No.
It's D for me.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
How about you?
Oh, I don't want to put it in D.
Or we can just get it on the middle.
Wait.
Or something.
So for you, it's better than the Seraphon one.
What?
So for
the Seraphon one is better?
Yeah,
you mean?
for you, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Because
you're nuts.
Yeah, because the Seraphon it has like the idea is there. It's just the composition doesn't work, and the colors are good and stuff like that. For me, this is if I'm gonna be looking at it from afar, I don't see Skaven. But if you look at the Seraphon from afar, it still looks like Seraphon.
It's a fat rat, Olie. You can't get more Skaven
What?
than a fat rat.
Where's the fat rat? That's just a thin rat. That's not a fat rat.
Oh, that's his legs.
Yeah, that's his leg. See? It's just a rat.
Fine. All right, fine. I'll put it. I'll put it in upper D, just because I think it's the best one. That'll be in the D tier. I hope. So,
I hope.
Moving on to the next one. Let's go with.
You picked yours.
Alright, next on our list, let's talk about Idoneth Deepkin. So obviously the one in the center is the Killian King. And what do you call this? I kinda like it. The colors are nice. The red and blue really pops, especially the mount. The mount really pops, especially because the background's also a bit blue. Having that red in there really keeps your eyes on the mount. And obviously the Killing King is like their main hero, so I think it's a really good choice of which one to put in the cover. Compared to the previous one, I think the previous one was... What was the previous one?
Isn't it an Killian King as well? It's just a different color.
It's a different art style.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah, it's a very different art style. I think this one looks a lot more like the one we see in the models themselves. It's a lot more dynamic. The colors aren't as colorful compared to the old one. I think the old one is a bit more shiny in terms of the way the skin of the mount looks. But I do like what they did here, where it's a lot more red, it's a lot more matte.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I also like the sword effect of the king himself. Uh, the way the background works, I can't tell if they're underwater or above ground, but it's like they're getting ready for battle, and it kind of makes me excited when I see the picture. You can even see, I think there's an Eidolon at the back with some thralls. Though there's not much action.
No, I think that's a tidecaster. I think.
That's the Tidecaster. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tidecaster.
Yeah.
But,
So I like. I like the rider more here than on the previous one, because the other one before was he's very far away. This one's a lot more in your face, like he's getting ready to call to his units. It's a lot
Yeah.
more majestic looking. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm very okay with this. Like the comp is good. The colors, the red colors is used well for the composition. What do I not like about this?
So,
I don't. For
no, it's your army.
it was my army. I think the only thing that bothers me compared to the old one,
Mm.
the old one feels like they're really raiding. They're raiding and they're not. It has a feel. It has more horror lighting to it with the underlight. This one it feels more like they're heroic, which is fine. But for me, I prefer the raiding feels to it. That they're a bunch of scumbags who's there to take your souls, which is what they do in lore. They raid innocent villages to take their souls so that they can live. And I prefer the feel of the previous one, but I prefer the composition of this one. It's better, but yeah, I don't like the feel of this. It's just them. It looks more heroic rather than the raiding kind of feel. I think that's my main concern to it. So for me, what tier would it be? I'm gonna be uh B, B or C, low B. I think for me. Mm. Hello.
Ay, nakamute pala ako, Mike. Sorry.
Mm.
What do you think? Do you want to put it above or below Night Hunt and Fire?
I think I'm gonna put them way below. I think they're lower B. Uh,
The dog or boy?
B. Boy.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put them at the lower B.
Okay.
Lower than Fire Slayers for me.
Fire Slayers. Actually, I'm kind of mixed. I kind of like the colors more for Idenef compared to Fire Slayers, especially with the
Fire Slayer?
compensation. Yeah.
I prefer the Fire Slayers because it's simple and effective.
Mhm.
However, the Idonet one is a complicated comp. It's hard to pull it off, which they did here.
Yeah.
But simple composition doesn't mean it's bad. It works for a reason. So I prefer the simple comp that is strong.
That's fair.
All right, how about we go Nurgle?
Nurgle. All right.
Nurgle, Magotkin.
Oh. Okay. All right. All right. So let's talk about Nurgle. What do you think about Nurgle?
What the fuck? All right, it's okay.
What?
No,
What is
I
wrong with
actually,
you?
I'm kidding. It's actually one of the better ones that I like. It showcases the ickiness of the Nurgle stuff. It's perfect that the Rodbringer sorcerer is fighting Lumineth, so that it's good contrast between the clean Lumineth aesthetic versus the Nurgle stuff.
Yeah, well, not clean anymore
Ah.
after that hit with the I
Yeah.
the spell.
I actually really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like this one.
Yeah. Well, comparing it to the previous one, where I think that was what was that? It was the guy on foot. I forgot the name. It was I think it was a Lord of Plagues, or
Mhm.
a different model. of the same variation, but I think that one looked a bit too clean. It looked a lot more realistic than this one, but this one just
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
way dirtier than it did before, and it does give a lot more of a Nurgle vibe than the one it had previously.
Yeah. The previous one was he's just a guy
Standing,
standing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Doing a
art style,
power
but
pose.
it doesn't has that wow factor that this guy's Nurgle. It doesn't
Yeah.
have that much
Uh,
effect.
I like this one, and it's poisoning Lumineth, so I'm like, that's already a plus
That's a
for
win.
me.
It's a
Killing.
win.
It's a win. If I don't like Lumineth, I don't like Nurgle too. So win-win for me.
So yeah, I like it.
So
I
for
like
me, this is.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I do like that. This one is a lot more action packed than the other ones we've seen. You can see
Mm.
people fighting stuff in the background. Not sure. I think that's a normal at the back most background behind the Blight Kings because it has a face.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and it's really
It
nice.
has those icky teeth too and stuff.
Yeah, and this one I think this one has a lot more. What do you call it? I would call it gradient from the front, uh, the front, uh, the foreground having more color, and then as you go back to the background, it fades to a lot more unsaturated color.
Mm.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have no other complaints really.
Yeah, which one?
If ever I'm gonna put it beside Ogres, tier A
A tier.
for me.
Higher or lower?
Yeah. Ogres is still stronger, I think, so lower.
Alright. Alright, with that, we're gonna go on to the next one. Let's talk about Orc War Clans. They have a new army in the 3rd edition book, which they're showcasing it now here. Previously in the 2nd edition, it was just Iron Jaws. Now they're introduced in the 3rd edition, the Cruel Boys. And it's now featuring a Gut Ripper. I think it's a Gut Ripper. Or is it a Killaboss? I think it's a Killaboss. Now that I look at it. And what do I think about it? It's okay. I like the art style.
Mm-hmm.
It showcases a lot of the Orc War Clan. Still, you can see the Iron Jaws at the back. You can see Bone Splitters, even though they're almost non-existent army at this point, but they're there. And I like it. I just kind of personally like the previous one better in terms of art style, just because the 2nd edition had the Iron Jaws. They had the Brute. I think Brute, or I know it is a Brute, but it has a very intimidating presence. It's very nicely drawn. This one's still nice. I just prefer a book to look more, what do you call this, parang buffier compared to what Cruel Boys is, which is more cunning instead of more brawly.
I see.
Yeah. I'm not sure what model that is at the back as well. I think I actually have no idea what the model at the back is. What is that?
That aren't those art boys or something?
No, the one with the wings at the back. I have no idea what that is. It looks.
Isn't that Gobstrack?
It looks like an ogre. It looks like an ogre with wings.
Hindi ba siya Gobstrack?
I think it's supposed to be Gobstrap, but I don't see. Oh, okay. I'm looking at it wrong. Okay. So yeah, it is Gobstrap. I'll show you later what it looked like in my point of view.
I actually really like this one.
Mm.
Because it showcases all of the clans, like the beast, Bone Splitters, the Bone Splitters on the right, the Iron Jaws on the left,
Cool.
and the Cruel Boys at the front. And they even added some sort of like hidden cache that the Cruel Boys is stepping on inside the tree trunk. Like it's
Oh yeah, what is that?
like hidden, some sort of hidden cache, which is more cunning. I think that's the storytelling that part of their ambushes or something. So like I like that, but my main issue with this is the anatomy of the boys in front.
Is it because he
It
has
look
small legs?
her because his abdomen is too
Too
long.
long compared to his legs.
Yeah, compared to his legs, it looks like an anatomy problem. So like, ooh, I can't unsee it when I started seeing it. So like,
Yeah. Now that you mention it, it's
yeah,
kind of weird. The way it's angled doesn't seem right that should be that close to the knee.
yeah. Like I think he was the artist was going for like the I for, this guy is like leaning forward, but
Yeah.
the lighting on the abdomen suggests that he's not, and there's no lighting properly on the legs, so it's not showcasing it properly. So it looks like he's like a very elongated boy. So
Yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that before. Thank you, Ollie, for ruining a really nice picture for me. It's really
it was like at 8 at first and B tier because of that anatomy
because of the
issue
legs. Because of those
now.
legs.
Those abdo, like, yeah, it's just it bothers me now. Like,
These guys
okay.
skip leg day. The Iron Jaws don't
But
skip leg day.
it does showcase the whole army. It has Golf's rack there. It has like the bone splitters, and even has the Iron Jaws. Like, okay, it really encapsulates the Oruk war clans as a whole. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It's really just the anatomy issues. The composition is also good.
Yeah, it's really nice. It gives a really. I think the lighting and the upper torso, it gives it a nice, what do you call this, parang it makes it stand out more because of the lighting effect it has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rim
Pops out
light
more.
powers.
Yeah.
True, true. All right,
I like
that's Gucci.
uh,
So B, it's a B tier for
it's a
me.
B. Yeah, I agree, I guess.
Lowest B because of that anatomy issue.
Lowest B just because of
Yeah, boy, B.
it's worse than the other ones.
I can't unsee that elongated cool boy.
Look up, Ollie. Look away. Look up.
No,
Don't look at the legs.
no,
The
I
legs
can't.
don't exist.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All right, your pick.
Alright. We're down to something. It's just a couple more. I think we're halfway there. Alright. Next, we're going to talk about Soulblight Gravelords. And
Okay.
not to be biased, but I really like the cover. Even though it's... wait. Technically, is it a renew one? Because I think this one came out either at the end of the second edition or the start of the third edition. But I think it was... No, I think it started at the end of the second edition, but it was a book that was meant for the third edition. That's why the rules were so different compared to the ones in second edition. So I'm not sure if this should be counted as a repeat, but
Mm,
I really like the way the art looks. It's a lot. Same with the Night Hunt. It's a lot more grim. That really gives off that death vibe. And the Vampire Lord is obviously one of the main models for Soulblight Gravelord since it's a lot more vampire and undead focused. Yeah, I like the composition as well. It having those things in the background. There's a zombie dragon at the back. It doesn't look accurate. I think that's the only issue I have. It's not accurate to the ones in the actual model. Even the dire wolves, they don't look like that. It's a lot more realistic compared to the ones that we actually have in terms of the models. But I really like that glowing effect on the hair. That white really, what is it? Being luminescent almost with the, I think probably the moon, the way the moon hits his hair. Yeah, and there's a horde. Just what Soulblight is all about. It's just about hordes and the vampires, and I think it really showcases here what the army is all about.
I agree. If ever there's a faction that sort of that basically because the subject is just standing with the heroic pose.
Yeah.
Because I threw flack on the Idoneth Deepkin with it, but this one I think it works because he's a vampire and he's mustering lower beings to his side.
Yeah.
It has that feel.
Yeah, it has a
So
very noble, parang
yeah.
noble, parang higher I'm higher than you type of type of
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Which is where the post really sells it well. It's really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no problems with this. It's a really good.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a really good cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice. The details.
Uh,
I really like the color, the way it transitions from the red, the red of his armor. I really like the way it moves from purple to red to white. I like it. It's
yeah,
nice. It's crisp.
that's the kind of what they call this underlighting that really lends well for something more aesthetic,
Yeah,
which is perfect for them because they're vampires.
yeah, really
So
should.
this is actually really well executed, really well.
Yeah. Me personally,
I'm actually, I guess we can also give it some leeway since it was released at the tail end of the second edition. So
yeah, I would put it at the top of A. Something about it doesn't give off the same strong effect that I get from uh, Stormcast and Daughters, but it's really up there. It's really close. It's either low A or low S or high A for me.
I think I'll go low S. I'd buy a print of this
Yeah, let's
for
really
sure.
S. Yeah, we can go with that.
hmm
Let's
Yeah.
see.
If I see this one on a store, like I'll buy a print of this, put it on my wall.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, your turn.
I will pick.
Pick. It's time to choose.
I will pick Beast of Chaos.
Okay, where's Beast? It is. Alright, what do you think of Beast?
Oh, thanks. I hate it. I don't like the composition on this one. I really don't like it. Like it's they're all about raiding and stuff, and the the cover of the tome is just he's just a guy holding up his axe going right, which is cool, but that's it. That's all what's happening there. Showcase the herdstone. It doesn't showcase the other
There's,
units.
I think that's the Hearthstone at the leftmost. So it's just really hard to see.
Yeah. It's hard. At that point, it's not
That's
showcased. It's
basically
not.
it. Yeah.
If it's hard to see. I'm not even counting the background units because there's hardly any lighting put into them. They're meant to be just
Background.
background chaff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, bunch of
It's
gores.
just. And what really bothers me most, it feels like he's not part of the environment because the lighting of the back is green. It's heavy green.
Yeah.
But the lighting on his face and his body is white. So it
Looks very out
bothers
of
me.
place.
Yeah, he looks like he was copy pasted from something else.
That's fair.
That's why it
Yeah,
super bothers me.
yeah. There's no visual representation of the current environment he's in. Kind of makes sense. The Stormcast ones don't have it, so I think it's probably added. Both of them are in the same picture, and then they're just pasted on the back for the back.
No, the Stormcast has it.
They don't
Like the cohesion of the of that it's part of the environment. You mean?
Yeah.
He's there. It feels like he's there. This guy doesn't feel like he's there. Like there's no lighting of green in his body. There's not even an underlight, which he should, because there's a massive green light at the back, but it's not reflecting on his body on the right. It's just white. It's just white with a bit of green, but it's so low. And then the environment of the background suggests that it's a bit like foggy green, like it's the mist, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's no green at the bottom. I'm confused. I'm more confused.
Yeah.
I think that's why I hate this. I hate this one. It doesn't reflect Beast of Chaos properly. It's not a good post. It's not good composition. So like, meh.
Yeah, I don't feel it. I kind of like the bit of the artwork, but it doesn't jive well with the background. The details of this is nice in terms of the colors that they used. I just don't like what you said, that it doesn't blend well with the background. It looks like a different picture with a different lighting pasted on another picture with a different lighting.
He feels like he's on green screen. There.
Yeah, there we go.
I put it on F. Burn it.
Burn it, we go.
We got our first F.
F in the chat. No. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll put it at probably low D or F for now. I guess, yeah. We can put it there. Right. So my turn next. Let's talk about Osiar's Bone Reapers.
Oh, the Catacross one.
The Catacross one. So from the previous one, I believe the previous one for second edition was the Stalkers, the guy with the 3 heads and 4 arms. It was really nice. I really liked the way the artwork looked. But now they moved to the main hero for Bone Reapers, which is Catacross, the Mortarch. And I kind of like it, but personally, this is what I noticed with some of there's a certain section of the new books for third edition where they decided to make all of the characters they have on the book cover to be really smooth. That it's almost, what do you call it? It's almost like CGI like, and this is one of the models that I kind of like just because it's Catacross and the way that his the things he has in his body look compared to other models, but it does have that smooth CGI type of effect that kind of turned me off a bit with this guy.
Okay. For me, the smooth CGI effect is perfect for this because they are made of bone.
That's
So
fair.
I'm perfectly fine with this being smoothened out. With I like that he's like he's pristine. I like the look that he's pristine, contrasted with that skin belt and that skin thing on his head.
Helmet, yeah.
Which is perfect. And I like the power pose, which is very, very good as the Mortarch, the Osiarch Bone Reapers, with his retinue. And like he's on a cliff, like doing his tactic stuff, like looking around the battlefield, doing his tactics, giving command points and stuff. So I like this. I actually really like this.
I like it as well. But
it's a really simple comp, but it's effective.
Yeah, the main color of Bone Reaper is usually green and somewhere around blue and purple, and this one really captures it.
Yeah.
I think the background just missing a little bit of something to make it really good for me. But other than that, I think it's nice. I do kind of miss. I remember seeing the model. It has a bunch of his retinue, and I kind of like seeing the retinue. Would have liked seeing the retinue as well in the picture, just because it's a lot more accurate to the model itself when you see the actual model. But other than that, I like it.
I'm gonna put this on. For me, has to be an A for me.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Personally, I kind of want it below Nurgle, but what about you? What do you think?
I'm gonna put it on above Nurgle.
Above Nurgle.
Below Ogres.
Below
yeah.
Ogres. Okay.
It's just that like for me, like Osiarch Bone Reapers doesn't need to be like a battlefield kind of cover for me. They're more all about. I mean, they're the more humane or civilized of the death ones. So it makes sense that they're not the one. The best representation of them is not fighting, but more of like tactics. I mean, that's their thing. They're more Roman-esque in terms of tactics.
Calculated, organized.
Yeah. So I like that it's less fighty. I think it benefits well to the faction itself rather than. Yeah, I'll be bothered if the cover would be like Stalkers fighting and Catacross is behind. I think it's gonna be less OBR for me rather than this one.
Yeah.
So I like this one.
Right. Great. So far everything's above B so far. Just a few snags. All right. So all right, we can go next.
Sylvanet. S tier. Okay, move on.
What? You're so biased, dude.
I am biased. Alright, I'm gonna talk about final talk about it. All right, as an artwork,
Hmm.
I love it. I'm gonna put it on S tier. As an artwork, as the cover,
Wait, what's the
it's
difference
not.
between an artwork and a cover?
As an artwork, I'm just gonna judge it alone, not as a book cover that represents as
A
best
faction?
for the faction.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because I like this artwork. It's very dynamic. It shows this arch revenant dude like fighting on a very fiery landscape, and like, yeah, that's cool. I like it. But as a cover, I'm like, why him? Not to mention that this is a repeat cover as well, so
No, it's not.
it,
No,
it
no, no.
doesn't.
It's not a repeat cover.
Is it not?
No, the old one was a. I think the one before was a Tree Revenant.
Is it
Yeah,
not?
it's a Tree Revenant with the
It's the same, bro.
what? Oh,
It's the same.
oh,
I mean, the one on the drive is from second edition.
what?
It's the same.
Second edition.
Yeah. Right?
What? Wait, so the first edition is. Not really. I always thought that the second one was the G Revenant.
Oh, that's first.
That's the first edition. Okay.
Mm,
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So this is a repeat, and it's just understandable. It's hard to represent Sylvaneth
Hmm.
because they're all about teleporting shenanigans. So it's kind of hard to represent that, but this one is very actiony and more destruction-y because of the color tone.
Is there any
So it
reason
doesn't.
why it's they're fighting in fire, or is there something lore related, or just they're just really in
No,
fire?
I think it's a good comp. Yellow to green is a good comp.
I was,
It also contrasts with their skin, especially the Reverend skin.
yeah, I was actually surprised that they didn't go a lot more nature type of colors. They went with a lot more contrasty, different vibe of colors.
This cover works. As it is, it works. But as a representation of Sylvanet itself, I I don't think so.
It doesn't showcase a lot of what they can actually do in the game.
No. Yeah, it just showcases Arch Revenant, which is even a hero that is not super used. It has a specific use, but it's not like auto include kind of deal.
Yeah, the Tree Lord and back looks kind of cool. I really like the way
Yeah, that's cool.
this is.
Like I said, as a cover, as an artwork, I'd buy this because it's cool.
I guess
But
it's
as
just
a
weird that they have it. That
Mhm.
it looks like they're fighting something, but then there's no one there. So you
Yeah,
don't know
there's
what
no
they're
one
fighting.
there.
So in my mind, they're just fighting the fire or the bugs.
Yeah, the bugs, really bad bugs. Maybe it's Nurgle. Maybe. But yeah, I don't like it too much as a cover that represents Sylvaneth. It's just I'd prefer something green
Mm.
and something that encapsulates more of like well the I know the healing part or like the more defensive Sylvaneth because representing the teleporting part is difficult. So representing the KG parts would be easier I think. So that's fine.
Yeah, but I do agree. I really like the colors and the way the
Yeah.
artwork, the art style does for the character.
hmm
Yeah, I agree. Where do you want to put it?
Personally, it's A tier, but no, personally it's S tier, but I think I'm gonna put it on B tier just because it's a repeat artwork.
It's okay. It's a repeat artwork.
No, I don't like it if it's a repeat. Like I
Okay.
would have preferred like let's showcase something else. So
Would you
it's
put it
gonna be B
high,
tier for me.
mid, or low B?
Night Hunt is still better, so I'd put it lower than Night Hunt.
Okay, above Fire Series, just because
Yeah,
Passport
it's a really good
Picture
comp.
Fire Series.
Yeah, Passport Picture, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a lot of B's so far. Right, my
Mm-hmm.
turn. Let's
Mm-hmm.
go with. Let's go with Disciples of Zinch.
Okay. Disciples of Zinj.
So Zinch. I think. I think the colors are nice. I don't like the background, the colors as much compared to the other ones. It looks a
Mm-hmm.
bit messy or kind of empty because there's only the what are those Zangors on disc,
Yeah, those are enlightened Zangors.
enlightened Zangors on disc, and then a bunch of
And
screamers, and it doesn't look as dynamic as I would have liked compared to what I thought they would do. Like like the way I seen what they do in what do you call it, the trailer for Total War, Warhammer.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, those ones they look really cool. They look a lot more dynamic when they fly. These ones, I don't have that same feeling that I get when I see those guys. It's a lot less dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks.
I
Yeah.
I really like this cover.
Ooh.
It has because if you think about it, representing magic is very difficult in an art.
Sure.
One of the core, no, is it rules? It's more of like one of the core guidelines when doing artwork
Mm.
is you always when drawing something that is doing an action, you do it before or after, never during. And at that point, with that rule, making an artwork that is all about magic is difficult because the focus will be just the magic.
Yeah.
I like what they did here, that they focus rather than just them sort of charging in,
Mm.
rather than casting some sort of magic. And the way they represented magic, they put it in the staff and in the
Tablet.
colors, because one of the main colors of Zine, purple, blues, and reds.
Yeah.
So they put that there as, I think this is the best that they could do to represent magic in a more elegant way rather than showcasing Kairos or something. So I really like this cover because the concept is simple, and it's effective. It's showcasing the screamers, it's showcasing them speeding through whatever and shooting some arrows and preparing to use his knife and stuff like that. And the Zangor shaman just screaming at it, like, yeah, we're charging. Yeah. So I really like the cover.
Yeah, I like it as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for me. I do like it better than the previous one. The previous one I think was just a Kyric acolyte. I think.
I don't know what. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kairaka.
Yeah. So I like this one. This one feels a lot more Zinch compared to the previous one.
Yeah, it feels more Zinch,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't have any complaints to it actually. Yeah, the Kyric Acolyte is meh.
What was that red at the bottom? Is that the effects of them flying, or is that from the screamer? You think
I think it's from the Screamer.
from the screamer?
I think it's more of a case that they sort of, what's the term? They sort of ad libbed it to to have a better comp. Because imagine if that's not red,
It's all
it
just
will be
blue.
no, it will be just blue. It's a weaker comp if it's blue.
Yeah.
They put in red so that your eyes go to the shaman instead.
Yeah.
It's not even strong red. It's just more orange red,
Mm-hmm.
and they put in the strong red as a rim light for the shaman at the back, or for the
Nice.
shaman at front.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clean and effective. So I like this one. Yeah, yeah. Even the comp on the magic effect,
Mm-hmm.
they use the staff to control the composition for it to go back to the shaman.
Mm-hmm.
The lights, it's pretty well done.
Sweet.
So I like it.
Uh, I would put it on. For me, I kind of wanted to put it at B. Pero what do you think?
High B. Yeah, I would say it's highest B for me.
Highest B. It's higher than Knight
Yeah.
of One.
Yeah, because it doesn't super showcase the army. It just showcases the shamans and the enlightened Zangar.
Yeah.
So high B for sure.
All right. We're down to 9. 9 left.
Nah, 9 left.
Right?
Who else are Luminet?
All right.
Is this a repeat?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay.
I think the old one was the Stone Mage. I think the Stone Mage was the.
Oh yeah, true.
So this one is a lot more updated to what the meta is right now, which is people bringing Dawn Riders. Some Dawn Riders in the back, and then I think that's the one that gives greater power of fish to 2 units, I think.
I see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think?
It's too clean. I don't know. Because it's not traditionally clean. It's rendered like the other ones, but I think it's lacking the oomph. Like I think if I'm gonna draw this, I think I'm gonna add some sort of magical effect on the blades to showcase power of Hish. Like it doesn't showcase any magic stuff here. I think that's my problem.
Well, their weapons is what do you call it? Sun metal weapons, and I don't know what that's supposed to look. But probably would affect the way it should look, right? It's not supposed to be just a regular sword.
Yeah, and they could have really added anything like on the blade or something. They could have added extra effect to showcase they have speed of Hish maybe, but it's just right now it's just cavalry.
Yeah.
You put this and you remove the titles and high elf old world. I think it will still work. I think that's my problem. It doesn't super showcase Lumineth. It showcases an high elf and that's it.
Yeah.
But the artwork is good. It's just not super Luminethy for me.
That's fair. Well, for me, comparing it to the ones previously, I think the other ones had more emotions because the model here is, I think this one is called the Vanari Lord Regent. Yeah, Vanari Lord Regent. You can't see any emotion in the face. He doesn't have a. He doesn't portray the type of what do you call this? It doesn't portray that type of posture that I kind of want to see when someone's riding. It's a lot more. It's basically just him. I feel like it's just sitting straight and then just raising his arms up. It's not as dynamic as the ones at the back. Like the one on his left, I feel like it's a little bit more dynamic compared to what the posture for the Vanilla Audition looks. But the cape does look dynamic. Just that the pose for me is a lot more. It's just straight bodied instead of more charging type of pose.
Yeah, I would have loved if they sort of made it with Severeth, Severeth and who's the other one? The generic Severeth, I forgot. I think no, that's why I like I forgot which Battletome it was, which edition that showcased the Stone Mage. I like that one.
I think that was the first one.
That was the first.
I'm trying to remember if that was the first one or the second one, but the other one was a Sentinel. A Warden. I mean.
Either way, at least they showcase some sort of stuff.
Oh, it's a Blade Lord. Yeah, I do kind of like
Something
those a lot more than this one in terms of the composition. But
yeah,
it's nice.
It's a well-made artwork, but it's just doesn't. It's not Lumineth for me. It's not Lumineth enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, for me, I do feel like what do you call this? It's not. I wouldn't say the Dawn Riders the background characters, since they're very close to the foreground. So I kind of wish they made it a lot more just a bit more detailed than what they did here, especially with the horses, just because I can see the way it contrasts compared to the Vanilla Lord Regent, and the background is a lot more. You can
Mhm.
see it. It's something missing from the transition between the ones at the back and the ones in front. That's kind of stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the artwork's good. It's serviceable, so it's a B
I like the mount.
for me.
I like the mount.
Yeah, it's the mount.
It's the mount. The mount
It's
that's
just it's just a
getting it for me.
B.
B. Um.
They have the same problem as the Fire Slayer. Like it lacks oomph. Maybe
Uh,
maybe it's higher than the Fire Slayers.
Me personally, I kind of want to put it below Cruel Boys, just because I like the
I
upper
guess-
body. It's just the legs that's really bothering me with Cruel Boys. But other than that, I think it's kind of better compared to.
Man, that's true. Yeah, lower than Cruel Boys might be best. All it has is like, it's an effective artwork. That's it.
Yeah.
If that was an artwork of something like Cities of Sigmar, and it has the cavalry, I mean it's has to be A.
Yeah.
But it's luminous.
It's, still-
So
it's a lot different.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. What's next? What do you want to talk about?
Cities.
Cities. Speaking of cities,
We're already there anyway.
so the ones up front are steel helms, I believe.
I don't like this one.
You don't like it? I kind of like it.
I don't like this one.
Oh, there's even a
It's,
Warforged at the back. Why don't you?
Yeah, like
Why don't you like it?
representation is fine, but if it's it's just a guy standing. It's the same problem with the Fire Slayers one.
Yeah, but
He's just standing.
Compared to the previous book in, I think, second edition, it was literally just a guy, one guy in the middle with a hat, and then that was the entire thing. So I think this is definitely an upgrade from the previous one, especially with the new models that they put out.
I'd prefer the old one.
I prefer the old one.
Because the old one suggests a lot more storytelling.
Mm.
This suggests nothing. This suggests that they're standing for a pictorial. Because the old one, he's even standing on a foe that he slew. This one is just like, where are we going next? Or the cameraman is ready. Time for a pictorial. That's my problem with this one. So for me, it's just he's standing. He's looking up ahead without any suggestion that there's a fight or a foe. That's it. So it adds nothing.
That's
And
fair.
the what's that? The Warforger?
Yeah, Warforged.
What is he churning there?
So
If there's no foe.
No. So what the Warforger ability does is that he gives people blazing weapons. You can see the guy in front. He has a sword and it's literally blazing with fire. It's really hot. So that's what the Warforger does. It gives them.
Okay.
It buffs
If
them
it
up.
gives,
So it kind of makes
so
sense.
it implies that there's an enemy, but there's no hints of an enemy. That's my problem with the comp. There's no hints that there's an enemy.
Yeah, there's a. Yeah, it's a lot less dynamic. But but for me, in terms of the accuracy, in terms of abilities, I do kind of like that effect. That it has it's really on fire. The sword, it's really hot. That it goes well with the effect of the Warforger gives to the steel helms. But yeah, other than that, they are not fighting anything. And
There's nothing.
you
The
can see
Fire Slayer. The Fire Slayer cover even has an advantage because he just fought a foe on his feet, and this one doesn't. So I'm like, yeah, this one is worse than.
This is your common man getting ready for war. You can see the guy at the back is screaming, but you don't see what he's screaming about.
This is like this is how bad storytelling works. If like like Chekhov's gun. If you're gonna showcase something that points at something and there's nothing there, there's no point. There's not even a hint of a shadow. If they added a hint that there's some sort of gargant in front of them through shadows,
Mm.
that's fine. That would even be an effective thing, but they don't. So there's literally nothing. So think about it. Even the Seraphon one has a dead guy of the floor.
That's
This one
fair.
doesn't have one.
Actually, yeah, the background also doesn't really tell a story or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are. I don't know what that black. I think that's a pillar at the back, and then there's. I think they're in Gur, but it doesn't really say anything after that. It is very bland compared to the other ones.
It's super bland.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Like,
But it does make you focus more on the models in front, with since the background's very bland. Really
then
focus-
again, that's what every cover though. That's what they
true.
do.
You know, yeah, you're right.
If I have to choose, I choose the old cover because at least it shows a guy in that's a great swordsman. I think a great swordsman that just killed something, and he's kind of proud of it. Like it shows a lot more story. Like this one is just
Wait, this
we're
is
ready to go.
we're doing the right one, the same one. It's the one with the Stormcast model, right? The one you're looking at.
You mean the one with the Stormcast at the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't see the one you're mentioning that he has an enemy. He fought an enemy.
But there's a hint of it. There's some sort of like it's very vague, but there's a hint. Yeah, like it's still a mesh of brushstrokes, but there's a little bit of hint that there's a head there.
Oh, okay. The one in
No,
the lower left. One lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on this one, it's straight up rocks.
Just
There's zero hints. It's just rocks. So I'm like,
that's fair.
eh.
All right. Where do you wanna? Where would we place this one?
It's D for me.
It's D.
It's D for me. I'm sorry.
Higher or lower than Skaven?
Higher. It's definitely higher than Skaven.
Higher than Skaven. All right.
Hey, it's the both problems with both. They're just standing there for pictorials.
That's fair.
That's why I hate it.
Fine. Sorry, JP. We had to put it there.
And this is my that's my problem in like most commission art. It's just they just want them standing, but characters standing without storytelling is just bad. Yeah, as an artist, you have to put a lot more than just them standing. Even portraits from the Renaissance add some storytelling to it. So that existence is a sin.
Oh no. Alright. Let's go on to the next one. Let's go with let's go with
boy!
let's go with this one. Let's go with
No.
Head the Knights of Slanesh.
F. Okay, we don't need to discuss it.
I don't like it.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ! There's so many layers of bad on this one.
No offense to the artist. It's a nice art. I just personally I don't like the way this is the one that has the same effect as the one with Cataclysm, where it's CGI looking. It's a lot more smooth. There's a lot less gaseous, or it has a bit more. It's a lot less. What do you call this? Parang grimy. It's a lot less grimy, and a lot more clean. And the way the Keeper of Secrets is posed isn't as intimidating as it did with the. Who was that? Who was the one who was intimidating? It was the. With Morathi. This is the Keeper of Secrets is one of their main models, so you kind of want it to look more intimidating. It's just really tall model compared to the other units, and with the way it's angled here in the cover, it's a lot less. It doesn't look as intimidating or as tall compared to the ones he's beside you. I think those are Seekers, beside him, and they're almost about the same height. I don't think it's. Well, not that it's almost the same height. They're really tall compared to what do you call this? Compared to the Keeper of Secrets in terms of, I think, in game size. There you do see one of the dead what do you call this? witch elves at the bottom right, which is nice, which means there's fighting going on, but it does lack a bit of something, a bit of oomph for the Keeper of Secrets.
Okay.
Okay, Ollie.
There's a lot to dissect here. For one, the comp doesn't work. The composition doesn't really work. So typically, when they do a pose like this with singular characters, you do a really strong pose. A strong pose, either like Catacross. Catacross composition is more pyramid. It's triangular. Typically, when you want to showcase a hero, triangular composition because it's easy and it's easy to understand that it's strong. It's this one. What's this pose? He's like going hey. It's
Are you
weird.
not entertained?
Yeah, are you not entertained pose? And she's screaming and like, okay, but it's no, it's a missed opportunity because for me, when drawing characters like this, there's a lot more dynamic poses you can play around it because they have 4 arms. You can do a lot with 4 arms. You can do a lot of crazy positions with 4 arms. But the way they did the pose for the keeper is just it's just weak.
Yeah.
It's super weak. And that I don't know. And the other thing is, I mean, it's a bad idea to put the seekers on the side because you can already understand in terms of height. But I think that was the point of the seekers. But because of the pose of the keeper of secrets is already weak, the seekers is also weak. They're meant to supplement it, and it just doesn't work. And then the composition is just wrong because you have this pose, but they have some sort of weird light coming from the left,
Yeah.
and that doesn't help anything in the composition. It just distracts it. This because you would have, if that one is removed, the composition would be stronger because you already have a really strong light on the upper left, a really strong light on the right, and that's already fine. Then they added another strong light on the lower, which already confuses the heck out of people in terms of just looking at the composition. It's super weak. I hate this one. This is F.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Unfortunately, it's an F for me as well. It's not as good.
What does Head Knight of Slash Battletome before look like?
Way better. So good. They use
I haven't seen it, I think.
I forgot the name of the model, but it's so good. The way it's detailed.
Ooh! It's this the one with dual souls, I think. Thingy,
Twin
right?
Souls?
Was it Twin Souls?
I'm not sure if it's the Twin Souls, but the way it looks, it looks so intimidating, and just the detail, it looks dirtier, it looks a lot more detailed. It's a lot more grimy. It's everything I would have liked to have seen, especially since this is their main model. Keeper of Secrets is one of their best looking models in Age of Sigmar in general as well, and seeing this one is kind of a letdown especially compared to the previous one.
Yeah, the previous one has like very strong. This is very strong. This one is very meh.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's meh.
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's
colors
very-
in that one is even nicer than this one, just because
True.
it's a lot more harsh. It's a lot more harsh. The transition is really nice compared to this one.
The composition is just better from the previous one. It's not broken as this one. This one is outright broken in any. Even in school, if you're in art school, this is a fail. To be honest, this is bad composition.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it in a better effect, or at least a better pose, or a different angle would have made it nicer.
I think everything is wrong in this one. It's a redraw. If you're gonna fix it.
Yeah. All right. It's
Yeah,
be
ever-
an F. Would we
Even
put
the
it-
pillar on the right doesn't help. There's a pillar on the right side that is just, why is it there?
I would put it lower than Beast of Chaos.
Put it on F. Like, yeah, it's everything's gonna bring. There's no winners in F, man.
No, there needs to be lower than F.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's pick something. What's the term? Pambanlao. KO.
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 Palette
That's
cleanser
good.
after that
Yeah, you
trailer.
need a palate cleanser. KO is just
Oh.
amazing, man.
Oh shit.
It just everything is. Do I have a critique on this? No, not a
It's
critique. More of
nice.
like it's just so good.
It's
Like the
good.
composition is solid. It showcases the ships. It showcases the guns. They're fighting something that added dynamic stuff, and the colors are extremely. It's well done. Mind you, as an artist, subduing orange on a blue composition is difficult, but they did it here. That subdued orange on the lower right, it's masterclass that they were able to not take that much attention and still make you look at the what is this, an Argonaut guy?
I think that's one of the
I,
blue guys. Engine riggers, I think. Is that the
Endrin riggers. All right, it still makes you look at the Endrin rigger, even though there's orange there on a blue background, and it still freaking works. It's amazing. It's so good. I'm gonna put, it's an S for me. It's an
Yes, and yes.
automatic
You know
S.
what? The only thing I find off is that these guys
Oh,
have jetpacks. They have flying ships and they're way high up, almost above the clouds. And then you see bats. I don't think I've ever seen bats fly that high.
I don't know,
I
man.
think
I'm not a fantasy biologist, but
I think that's the
I
only
I
gripe
don't
with it.
I don't care at that point.
But
Like,
dude,
yeah, have it adds the composition, it adds the dynamic, and it's a lot more hectic.
yeah,
Yeah,
the details on the balloon. Just look at those. What do you call this? Pipes.
yeah, those pipes.
The knobs.
It
Just
even showcases their ferocity, that they're not pushovers or like a KG army. They're gonna fight you if they need to. They're gonna charge in
yeah.
with their balloons. It's
Yeah, this
so
is
cool.
their domain. The
Yeah.
skies.
It's really amazing. I would really buy this if I see a print of this. It's amazing.
Um, which in A though?
The S, it's an S for
Which
me.
in S? Which in S do we want to put in?
I don't know. Oh, the Stormcast is still good. I think uh, this personal preference,
Yeah.
I would put it above Stormcast.
Oh,
Definitely personal preference because I like more subdued color palette.
let me take a look at that again. Let me take a
Even
look.
though my artwork is very heavy on colors.
Yeah, we can put it there. But for me, I think it's kind of under Stormcast just because of the colors. But
Yeah, it's more of like
because
it's different taste kind of feel. You want more bright colors, Stormcast. If you like the subdued colors of KO, it's KO, but they're both good.
yeah, because
They're both really, really good.
Stormcast also has the effect that you kind of like where it was the transition from orange to blue, from the
Yeah.
from the same place as well, from left to right. So it's like I think in terms of colors, the Stormcast one just looks more dynamic. The
Mhm.
KO one looks a bit saturated compared to the very high contrast of Stormcast. But I think
Yeah.
they both have their charms.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
Right. Let's talk about Sons of Behemoth.
Ooh.
Right. First off, these are gargants. These are supposed to look very imposing. The way it's placed, it does look really imposing. It's carrying a lot of people on the ground. I don't know why. Are those? They're holding skeletons. I thought they're holding people. So they're fighting Soul Blight from the picture because you can see a Blood Knight at the background. You can see the skeletons, and it's just trampling over them. Just what Gargants really do even in game is that they stomp on their enemies. And I think the model here is King Broad, the newest model for the Suns line. And yeah, I like it. I like the details of the skin, the ornaments it has. It has a Stormcast shield. It has a corn. I think that's a corn shield as well. The details in his body that he collected from all these defeated enemies really has a nice um, feel to the model. It shows that he's been into a lot of battles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one's really
Uh,
action packed, basically. Like,
I actually really like this. It showcases the Gargan's size. They're just they're I don't care. They're just gonna trample over you. Feel and it's just they don't care if there's like blood knights at the back right there. They're just gonna just walk over you.
yeah, dude.
I like it.
The Blood Knight, they're just standing like, oh shit, what do we do? We can't reach. And the skeletons are standing there like, oh no, what can we do?
Yeah, I love this one.
Yeah.
This is the kind of this kind of what I mean about even though they're just technically standing, you can still add the dynamic. Look at the King Broad is holding up skeletons and they're like dangling from it. Like you can make that, even though he's technically just standing and walking.
Yeah.
That's why you could do a lot with just. This is what I know. This is what also I envisioned if I gonna make a Skaven Battletome cover. It's gonna be something big and everyone's swarming over them. Like imagine this, but King Broad is like sort of getting swarmed by Skaven.
Yeah.
That's what I envisioned if it's as a Skaven Battletome.
Yeah.
But for Suns, this is really good. I actually really like this. The lighting is good. The comp is good. The storytelling is very solid. Pretty good.
I like it.
This is A. This is top A for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. Fuck, we thought of the same thing. It's top of A.
Top of A.
Yeah, for
Maybe if I play Sons of Behemoth, it's S, but I don't.
sure. Oh shit, there's bias. All right,
For the
down to
bias.
4.
Almost there.
Right, your turn. Which one do you like?
Me? I want to talk about Chaos. Slaves to Darkness.
Ooh. Right.
The Slaves to Darkness.
This one showcases what is
That's
that?
the a Chaos Warrior?
Chaos
Chosen?
Does he have a shield?
He doesn't have a
Oh,
shield.
it might be a chosen.
He might be a Chosen. Okay.
Oh, there's a storm.
I don't like
there's
this
a storm.
one.
There's a stormcast face in the bottom. It's an S.
I don't like this one.
You don't like it?
It's what's the term for it? It's the same issue with the more, but it's better. But he's just standing. It's just I'm looking for. And I mean, there's a lot more one, but it's I don't know. It just feels like he's standing.
There's something at the bottom. I'm not sure what that is, pero
Yeah, there's more evidence that of the storytelling that he killed something like that. But there's something about it that it just like the pose is not as strong about it. Like the intensity of him is that somebody's spine? What is that? What is he holding on the other hand?
think
I don't know what he's holding. A chain, a flail?
Yeah, it's probably a flail or something.
Probably a flail. Like it feels like the fire slave pose is stronger. If you're gonna do something like it feels it has to have more ferocity. I think.
I think this one feels a lot more intimidating than the Fire Slayers one.
I think I get it. I think it's the colors. The colors are too bright. If they're going for intimidate, they could have went a lot more darker and stuff.
I think the background is a bit off then with that. I think that there's lightning in the background, and I don't think they're fighting Stormcast there. So I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of what they call this
But you do see
the
blood.
Cave Star,
You do see blood on the was that hammer? His hammer on
the hammer
Yeah, you see it dripping
on the
blood.
Warhammer. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so there has been a fight. It just doesn't showcase who he fought.
I think really it's an issue of lighting. It could have been much stronger if the composition is darker as a whole rather than lighter.
Actually, I'm surprised they went with a non-hero unit since I think majority of the books have heroes showcased, except for
Mm.
I think, except for cities. Except for cities, a lot of them showcase the heroes and KO. A lot of
Hindi
them
ba Command
showcase.
4 yun? Ay, hindi nga yata
No, it's
Command
not.
4. Okay.
It's just yeah, there's a Warforger, but I think the main subject of the isn't a hero. The main subject of the book cover isn't a hero. So compared to the previous one, second edition, they used Archeon. I'm surprised they didn't keep that type of subject where it's still Archeon, just in a different art style or pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went for like a chosen that is. I mean, which is fine. Chosens are scary.
Yeah.
Pero I think it's just the pose is lacking.
Yeah.
I think they could have pushed it a lot more.
Yeah. Made it a lot more
Mm.
grimy, a lot more
Make
chaos.
the background darker
Yeah.
so that it showcases the horn silhouette more, along with they could put some more shine on the.
Yeah. The
But,
grim dark universe of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, they would have been the best faction to represent grim darkiness of it, but they
Yeah.
didn't. So it's a C. It's a C for me.
C? I would put
Yeah.
it at B. Probably
A low
mid,
B.
above Fire Slayers for sure for me. Just because
Mm.
I think it better than the Fire Slayers one. You like it? You like
I would-
the Lumineth better than Slaves?
Yes,
Oh,
because the comp on the slaves is just weak.
just one.
The comp on the ones on the bees is just strong. But actually the people on C are like bad comps already.
Just a single one.
Yeah.
All right.
Because even Fire Slayers could still good comp. Alright, who's
There's
next?
a lot more. You can see what units are there in the background compared to Slaves.
Is it my turn to pick?
Yes.
Gloom Spite.
Gloom Spike Gates.
This is a repeat, right?
This is a recover.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I would have loved. It's already like minus points since it's a recover, but I would prefer more psychedelic colors, like mushroom, a lot of more crazier. But that's me.
Kind
It's
of
actually
like.
just very. It's very okay.
I think it shows the
If it were-
hordiness of Gloom Spike
Yeah.
Gates. I really like the moon in the background. That moon in the background.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that one.
That moon is really nice. The fat squig right there at the back. It's really cute. Then.
Actually, the comp works. It's
Yeah.
just very. It's very okay. It's
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, I think the main model is its weakest point for me. To be fair, the moon. I think this is the moon. What's it says? This was the hero.
Loon boss.
No, it's not Loon.
No?
It's a. What's it called? It's a loon boss. It's a loon boss. Yeah, it's a loon
Oh.
boss. It doesn't seem like something that's a good representation of the Gits. I would have preferred if it was
Mhm.
a Scragrot or a Mangler Squig or even probably at least a Staba or something. Something that represents the army better than the loon boss.
I guess so.
Something
Yeah.
as personal preference for me. I do like the guy at the front left. I don't know what model that is, but it's really cool. I think if that was the center, it would have been nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just extremely serviceable for me. Like the comp is okay. Everything is okay. It shows the horde. So it works. It is what it is. It's like it's nothing too crazy. It's just okay. So it's B. It's B tier for me. But for me it's low B.
put it. I would put it. Mm, I'd put it below Orox, in between Orox and the
Yeah.
Sylvanet. Sylvanet, what do you call this? The Lumineth one.
Okay, yeah, sounds about right.
Right. Down to
Your
2.
turn.
Oh, I get to pick. Picking corn.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to? I really love this book. It's so nice.
This cover is so good. This is like master class cover. Like holy,
It's-
it's not. This is not even. Is this even? Is this a hero?
What?
Is this character showcased here a hero? Is he or no?
I'm not sure what hero that is. It's, but the way he poses, the way everything is basically action packed. The guys at the background are throwing, what do you call this, chain axes. There's
Yeah.
at the back. There's a guy falling from the back. I don't know if he's falling or if he's asleep.
That's that's the impact hits.
That's it. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. He did make him fly. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tapo, and just a pile of bodies trying to kill this one dude at the front, and he's just taking all of them one by one. It's just really such a strong, just really strong subject for the book.
This is a really good composition. It's really good. Like, there's a lot of storytelling around here. You can tell that he didn't even use the axe to punch the guy on the right. He just punched him. And
Yes.
such a corny thing to do. It's funny. So it's so good. Everything about it is so good. The lighting is strong. The amount of dynamic stuff is good. Like this is what I'm telling, that you have to showcase before or after the action, and this is the after one where he just punched somebody and the other guy is just reacting that he's falling over or something. It's so hilarious.
Yeah. The red effect is really nice. Really showcases what corn blood, rage, all of those just blended into this cover, and it's really nice. And
I have no problem
I kind of
with
like
it.
that.
It's really good.
I'm not sure if you see it. The one beside the chain axe, chain. What do you call it? Chain hammer. Chain hammer. There's a guy cheering at the back.
Oh, there is. All right.
Yeah, he's rallying people up.
That is so cool. It there's a lot of storytelling around it. The composition is well. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm
It's really
put it
solid.
S. Put it S.
It's S.
It's S. But
I'll definitely buy this print for sure. Oh. It's lower than Stormcast for me.
What?
For sure. Yeah, it's lower than Stormcast for me. No, hold on. It probably might be higher than Stormcast because it showcases the army more. As an army, it's just corn shit.
Yeah, for me, I would personally put it top of S. Pero what do you think?
Yeah, I'm fine with top of S. But I don't know. It's a toss up. I would say they're equal, KO and that one.
KO in this one.
Because KO also showcases it
What the
represents the
army
army well too. Yeah.
Yep, flying.
I would say they're like on the toppest tierest of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Last
Yeah,
one.
last one, the newest, the latest book for Flesh Eater Courts.
Feck.
Just came out, I think, last month or a few weeks ago. So
I think this is the first time I'm seeing this one.
actually, it's the first time for me as well. It has two different covers that featured Feck. This is the one they featured for their Battletome, and then they featured another one for Dawnbringers, which showcases their newer model, which is their newer hero, the what do you call that?
Usharan.
Usharan, yeah. It's a lot different compared to this one. But what are your thoughts on the Flesh Eater Courts cover?
I like this. Uh, it has dynamic shit. It shows their savagery. Like he just jumped on somebody or something like that. Like somebody he killed.
Yeah.
It has their yeah. I actually really like this.
Yeah.
It's nothing too crazy in terms of comp, but it's effective for what it is. It's already good.
Yeah. It's a nice
Mm.
cover. I guess it's a bit hard to show their delusions for in terms of artwork, but
Yeah, it's difficult to show that
yeah, it's very
for
difficult.
sure.
So the way that their savagery looks without the filter of the delusion is actually really cool.
I believe somebody said that as well, that they prefer the Dawnbringer cover.
Yeah, just
For me, I don't prefer it. I prefer this because the
mm,
Dawnbringer cover, it just shows Ushuran. That's it. It
not a
doesn't
lot
show
of
his
stuff.
army.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's just Ushuran. It's just a pictorial of Ushuran.
Yeah.
So if that was the thing that we're tier listing, I'll put it on B.
Okay.
But this one is like good A. I think it's just effective. It shows the savagery of the Flesh Eater court.
Yeah, it looks
So
really nice. I think this is also one of their newer models. I think.
I'm not well versed in Flesh Eater court stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Oh, it is. It is. It's called the Abhorrent Gore Warden. So
Mm.
yeah, it's one of their newer ones. So nice.
I'll
This
put it on A. Yeah, definitely A tier. A tier
yeah,
lower than Nurgle?
lower than
Low.
Nurgle.
It's mainly because Nurgle has a lot more going on in terms of cover compared to the others
Compared
as well. It best
us.
encapsulates the army, but it's still A tier. It's still solid.
Yeah. No, that's
They
fair.
could have showcased a lot more at the back, maybe the throne or something. But this one's still good.
Yeah, I like it.
Well made composition. The jumping part, some like he's jumping on somebody and
He just
he
killed him
just
and then
killed
he's about to
him.
leap.
Yeah, and he's about to leap next. Yeah, you can feel that what he's about to do next.
Yeah.
That one, it's very effective because you can sort of feel what he's gonna do. So that's really good comp already at that point.
Yeah, I feel the
So
same
yeah.
way.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's all of it. Is so looking at this now, is there anything you want to switch or move up or down?
Just delete Slanesh. I'm kidding.
Put him here. Put him here at the bottom. It's like a tier below, just right below F.
He shouldn't be in the tier at all.
Shouldn't have existed.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, do I have problems with this? There's actually a good pattern. S tier is like really good composition. A tier is solid comp with solid colors and solid representation. B tier is a toss up. Sometimes it's not a good representation, but could be good composition. C tier is just weak in terms of composition
Yeah.
and like not fully representing the army. D tier is 100% not representing the army, but semi okay composition. F tier just shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Not the strongest. But I'm really happy
Yeah.
with Korn and Caradon Overlords taking the first. Either one of
If-
them
if
could
I
have taken
can-
first, yeah.
Yeah. If I could have like all of those 5 as a poster for my office, I'd love that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Even though I don't even use those 5 armies.
Any of those armies.
Yeah, I don't even use those 5 armies.
Yeah.
I'm a Sylvanet player, and Sylvanet is on B because the cover is not that good. It doesn't fully represent it.
Yeah, but I do,
If
I
I
do
have-
like some of the artworks. I do.
Yeah.
There's this certain artwork that I like that
Mm.
it really made me more biased than it should be.
What is it?
Yeah, I really like the art style of the artist's art style for Sylvanet. Sylvanet,
True.
Soulblight, something that, for me, the more it looks more realistic, the better it is for me. Or a lot more details to it compared to something like, what do you call this? A lot of the others like Slanesh, obviously.
As long as it shouldn't be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
For me, I like if I have a bias tier, it has to be on the play on colors.
Mm.
The S tier ones are really masterful colors,
In terms of colors,
but
yeah.
outside S, it has to be Sylvanet and Zinch. I like the Zinch
Mm.
play on colors. It's hard to control red, and they were able to control red on the Zinch one,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pretty good. And well, I'm semi biased on Seraphon. It's just everything. It's just the colors that are good at Seraphon. Everything else is just bad.
Yeah, I don't really like it as much. I do like the mount, but I don't think it's right for Age of Sigmar. It still reminds me of children books about dinosaurs or encyclopedias
Yeah,
about dinosaurs.
true. They haven't updated it to some more like feather like dinosaurs, like something from Ixalan MTG.
Yeah.
But the concept of Seraphon is still good. I mean, they're not technically lizards. They're just they just look like one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with this tier list. Most likely, a bunch of our friends would disagree.
I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Yeah, I would.
Takes. Especially cities.
Especially when I really don't like the cities. I'm sorry. Well, if you're alone, if you're personally grade the cities, where are you gonna put?
Uh, probably C.
C.
Yeah.
See, it's still weak though. It's still C.
But it's not. It's better than D.
I really don't like it. It's just standing there.
Yeah.
It's just so boring.
I think the most off artwork for me, aside from the F tier, was Lumineth. Something about it really turns me off. Except for the mount. Except for the mount for the Venar Lord Regent. Everything, the composition for me, or the art style for me is a bit unfinished. It feels unfinished.
I think the comp is good. It just doesn't. It's yeah, like I said, it feels unfinished. It could have had an extra push. They could have had something like a dashing effect to make it show that they have powers of Hish or something like that, you know?
What I
Or
noticed
they
as
have
well
like
is,
glowing weapons.
yeah. What I noticed as well is the color of their armor is not like the pure white I would usually see in Lumineth. It's a lot more yellowish. It has a yellowish hue to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can see the point. They went for yellow and blue so that it's gonna contrast with the blue.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's lacking something.
Yeah.
For sure, it's lacking
needs
something.
a little more to make it better.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
But I'm happy with the S tier.
Yeah,
100%.
bro. So
I like the S tier.
I'm really happy. I have no regrets which one's there.
We're gonna get internet brownie points now. Hooray!
All right. Yeah. So, is there anything you want to plug before we finish the video?
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want to plug
I'm
Olie Arts?
You can plug me, but you're gonna tag me anyway. Should be fine.
You can make a shout out if you want.
Shout out to me. I want to shout out to me, Olie. It's Olie Art on Facebook. Look it up with an E. OLIE Art. You should find me on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah. And you also have what was the equivalent of Patreon?
I have coffee. Oh yeah, you can check me on coffee. You can just. I'm mostly active on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which is at all. Oh wait.
You don't remember your own Twitter handle.
No, I know, but it's just either Olie Art or Olie Artist. It's Olie Artist at Olie Artist in Twitter. Because Olie Art was taken for some reason.
Yeah, if you want to see his art, it'll be either sometimes in the Discord. You can see it in his Facebook page and his Twitter account. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have disagree or agree on our takes here today, leave a comment below, or you can like or dislike the video. Let us know what you think. If you want to see us do more videos, please let us know. And if you have any
Yeah.
suggestions of what we want to do next, uh, yeah, please let us know, and we will see
Mm.
you next time.
We will do will we do the next one where we're gonna judge each other's carrying cases?
Oh yeah, we should do
Isn't that
that.
Alright, GG, Brad.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Bye.
Goodbye.